Yes, well, we are a research and campaign group, and we are focusing very strongly on the lack of transparency and accountability in the way the EU makes its decisions. We're particularly concerned about the often excessive influence of industry lobby groups on EU policy making. And that is very, very clear in the example of the EU's negotiations with the US on the TTIP agreement, the Free Trade and Investment Agreement. If you look at how those negotiations were prepared, the European Commission's Trade Department consulted very, very closely with a large number of industry lobby groups, whereas unions and NGOs of different kinds were hardly consulted. And that, combined with the fact that the key negotiating documents are secret, it means that we're facing a real problem there. We have a corporate biased, pro-corporate negotiating agenda, and we have no real chance for an informed and fair public debate about it.
And what can trade unions and citizens do about this situation?
Yeah. Well, the important thing, I think, is to speak out to demand from elected officials, from governments, to explain their stance on TTIP and to distance themselves from what the European Commission's trade negotiators are trying to do. And we see more and more of that criticism happening. We see more and more demonstrations and online mobilizations and so on. And the unions will be a key factor if we are going to succeed in defeating TTIP. Only the mobilization power of the unions can really achieve that.
And why should citizens be concerned about trade deals like TTIP and the influence of corporations on the negotiations?
Yeah. Well, what industry is trying to achieve from TTIP is really a dramatic lowering of social and environmental standards. And TTIP, the way it has been prepared, would indeed give them some very powerful tools to stop improvements in those standards. It would really hollow out the democratic decision-making process around such regulations, and there's a lot at stake.